Hello, fourth grade. Sorry I'm not here today, but you are in great hands with Mrs. Bruton. Um, Today we're going to continue working on our Day of the Dead skulls. So you guys are doing a fabulous job. They look awesome. Remember to just take your time. There's no need to rush through this activity. I want to show you just some tips as you get past the drawing stage. So this is a sketch that I've started of my own work. Please keep in mind, I want detail everywhere, so this would not be complete. I've got some detail on the skull, that's a good start, but I also need something around the background, even if it's just lines, okay? Again, my sample had lines just on it so I could fill them in later. Now the key, or the next step, the key is with the soap, to create that barrier that we talked about. Oil pastels, when you use these, they smear very easily. They're not known for these nice crisp tips on them. So you want to create a barrier so that the black is going to show through, so that the oil pastels don't smear together. So you're just going to take a small piece of soap, okay? It'll probably break while you're using it, and that's fine. You can go grab another one. And you're just going to basically draw with your soap on the lines, okay? It'll be a little easier because you're not holding it up. But if you'll just draw on the lines, like I said, this is going to create a barrier. So next step, when you're coloring with the oil pastels and the colored pencils, don't color over the soap if you can remember where the soap is. Now, after you've done the whole thing in soap, every line, then I want you to grab some colored pencils. This is for your smaller pieces on your face. So for your face, let's say I was going to make this flower right here orange. I would just outline, after the soap, I would just kind of outline a little bit the very small details, because if you look at your oil pastel doesn't have a tiny tip to it, so it's going to be kind of hard to get those smaller pieces. So if you'll use the colored pencil to kind of color some of that in, and then just add a little bit of oil pastel. If you don't even add oil pastel to that portion, especially the small things, that's fine. Use a sharp colored pencil, okay? So with colored pencils and a table set of oil pastels, you'll start covering everything in. Notice how everything is colored on my final draft right here. So everything has solid colors. You can always burnish a little bit if you want to kind of rub it together so that it fills the space. But if you look really closely on my sample, you'll see like I first did an outline of purple here and then filled in the rest with the oil pastel. You will not finish this today. If you do, then you're probably working too fast. So just take your time. So remember, pencil, soap, colored pencils, and then oil pastels. So take your time. They will get a little bit messy. And make sure you really take the time to get all of that detail in. Okay? Have fun. See y'all later. Bye.